Good morning, YouTube. As you can see, I survived my first night back in the van. The clock here's a little bit off. It's actually about a little bit past 8 o'clock in the morning on September 9th. Not September 9th, September 19th, 2018. It is 86 degrees right now inside the van and getting hotter. I did survive my first night with 2 fans running only. My third fan over here isn't working due to the fuse blowing. The fuse actually blew on that one over there in the middle, but I swapped the fuse out to get that one running because I use that while up front. Little Bluetooth air conditioning system is still not working, even though the stranger worked so hard trying to get it to work that day in that previous clip. Now, with 2 fans running all night, it was actually very pleasant last night, because I think the temperatures was probably in the low 80s. It wasn't too bad in here. I am stealth camping, and don't want to really reveal my locations this go around because unlike previously where I was traveling across the state and my routines was unpredictable, because I have to work now on a semi-regular basis. I have to kind of protect my privacy due to internet, what do they call it, trolls and stuff. They may try to cause trouble for me. So I won't be revealing my exact locations, but just know that I'm urban stealth camping. I do have several spots that I'm working out. It's my first day and it was rough. I actually tried to schedule myself to sleep about 8 hours and ended up only sleeping about 3.5, 4 hours straight through because I kept waking up all night. It was hard, even though I've done this before, it was hard because I had a hard time consolidating everything from Walter's house down into the van. Ran out of time basically, because I was working pretty much 6 days a week and had like one day to try to move and do everything as well as, in the mornings or whatever before I went into work, and just ran out of time. I was able to clear out Walter's house. I sadly was not able to finish the tree, as most people are aware. But I think some people don't realize that, Walter's aware of it and he's okay with it. He knows I did my best. The agreement wasn't that I would remove the tree. The agreement was that I would do my best to remove the tree, and I did my best. I couldn't remove the ball. It was just too thick. I don't know if you guys saw the clip and how thick that was. Even with my chainsaw, I think even having a bigger chainsaw still wouldn't help much. I think for a tree like that you need heavy equipment to pick up or something. It was just too thick to try to cut with the rocks and the dirt and stuff embedded in the root. It was just too much for one man and a chainsaw. I did manage to pretty much hopefully kill the tree. I had noticed fungus was growing on it. I didn't get a chance to film it, but fungus had started to grow on the trunk, so hopefully it dies and it'll crumble eventually within a couple years. I hope it doesn't try to grow back again. I did cut all the green that I could off it, but don't know. I offered Walter, that I would try to come back and work on the tree, but I think he kind of wants me out of it completely. He wants his own privacy and to move on with his life because I think he's done with his business up north. So that remains to be seen. As far as me, I'm just right now spending this first day and this first week or two trying to get readjusted to van life and routines and finding locations for parking, dealing with logistics such as showering and cooking food and everything else. Now for the showering part, what I've done is I went ahead and signed back up with Planet Fitness the other day. So I'll be showering mostly at Planet Fitness, which should allow me to have some cleanliness, a nice level of cleanliness. Because with Planet Fitness showers, I'll be able to shower pretty much as long as I want. I don't have to even limit the water, as far as, showering for like 1 minute or less, whatever. I can take a 10-15 minute shower, even longer, with hot water if I want, and cold water. And they provide free soap, body wash, so it'll be nice. And there's air conditioning in there, and of course, if I decide I want to work out, which so far I've never worked out in all my time dealing with showering at Planet Fitness, but who knows, things might change this go around. I do have to work out the logistics of cooking food, how often I'll eat, where I will cook, and some of it's going to vary depending on my location, where I'm working for that day, because I am working 2 different jobs. So that remains to be seen. It all still remains to be worked out. I'm not sure how much broadcasting I'll be able to do, because everything's kind of spread out between where I sleep and where I work and where I'm going to be cooking and where I shower, and also laundry and all that has to be worked out, because unlike my first time back living in the van, when I was living in the van, I do have to maintain a work schedule that I got to work around, and am still working out the logistics. Because of the nature of the situation, I won't be able to reveal too much where my locations are, simply due to privacy concerns and safety. So I'm sad that I won't be able to share that with you guys, just because I'm sure people are interested and curious, but I am urban stealth camping and having to maintain some secrecy, and I hope you will understand and can appreciate that. I will be sharing with you some of my routines when time permits, where I can film it, but as I said, it is going to be very limited filming. I am going to try to do some more cooking episodes where you can see me cooking with the van, and cooking out, and maybe even using the it's not the propane system, it's the canister. It's called the butane cooker. So I'll be using that to cook some food, and as well using the inverter cooking system. So expect some more inverter cooking, maybe some more under the hood cooking, if I can come up with different techniques and stuff. I'll share them with you. But a lot of it's going to depend on time, Also, unlike previously, I'm not broke as I was, before, where I was pretty much unemployed. I am working now, so I'll be spending time eating out, just not as much as I would if I had more income, obviously. But even then, it gets expensive. I mean, eating out, a typical meal is going to run you about $6-7 or more. Most of the time $8 or $9. So I'll be showing you some of those meals when I eat out, but I'll try to at least cook 1 or 2 meals a day to eat, to save money. Being able to buy food and eating out is a big convenience, but it is expensive. One of the big drawbacks with van dwelling is food storage, at least in my situation, because I don't have access to refrigerator, other than my little portable cooler up front there, the little console cooler, which I'll be putting ice in. So food storage is going to be very limited, and keeping food cold is going to be an issue. Now, as far as cooking and stuff, I should be able to cook with inverter while driving. I'm still debating if I want to upgrade my power system. I most likely will. Right now I have one battery, which is about 110 amp hours. But I found that previously, cooking with inverter, it would drain the battery so low that it started dying early. So I might try hooking up a second battery to the house battery system to see if that alleviates the problem. I think the big problem with it is I'm running like 2 or 3 fans at night, and that's draining like 1 amp, close to 1 amp hour of use. So when I try to cook the very next morning, The battery power is already low. Even though I run, I turned the switch on for the inverter cooking system, it's recharging, but I don't think it's recharging fast enough. So having 2 batteries in the bank should give me a little bit more power. So that's going to be one of the purchases I'm going to make, I think, is getting a battery and wiring it. So I have a 2 battery house system. Yeah. To basically run the fans, lights, cooking, and some other stuff. I have several projects I'll try to do, but time is very limited because I am indeed working between 5 to 6 days a week. And on the days off, I am trying to see my children whenever possible. So I don't really know how much filming I'll be able to do. And YouTube has been cutting income levels. So at this point right now, I am working, so I'm making income from that, but after the deduction for student loans, child support, and everything else, it's not much. So I have been thinking about some suggestions several viewers keep commenting on and contacting me directly to ask if I would be doing it, why I don't have a Patron account. And I did have a Patron account that started for this channel, and I didn't really maintain it, and then I converted it to my Interactive Arts Patron account for doing video games. But I've decided, you know what, maybe I should make some Patron only videos for living in a van. Deal specifically with living in a van, but maybe I'll combine it with Interactive Arts, my computer software development and other projects, my photography and just other things like that I have going on, and make that a Patron account. So that's what I've decided to do. I am going to be creating Patron only content, and we'll be sharing it with viewers who are supporting me directly on Patreon. That will help to offset the lower income that is being generated from YouTube. Because for some reason YouTube is only generating about 1/3 what it used to generate a year ago. And that is hurting. I know some people are now following along on, what's that, Social Blade. That figure on there, it is, it gives you a range of what it makes. It's actually on the lower side of what I make per month. Right now, I'm making probably about $250 a month on YouTube, which is actually better than what I was making when I first started living in a van. But it's not enough to try to rent a place or have any spare money being saved, because I'm spending money on gasoline, I'm spending it on food, Planet Fitness, and everything else that goes along with it. My income from work is approximately between 65 to 85% is being deducted for child support and student loans. What's really crazy about it is, my student loan money was for becoming a teacher. And now I can't even teach. The state of Florida, the issue with the state of Florida and stuff. So it's stupid. It's like I'm paying money for student loans on a degree certification that I can't use. Isn't that crazy? Anyhow, I hope you're all staying well and cooler than I am right now. The temperature has gone up to 87 degrees since we've been talking, and it is continuing to increase. So I'm going to try to air out the vehicle, try to prepare something to eat, find a place to park, and just work out the routines. I'll be sharing with you as much as I can on YouTube. The Patron account will have some special content, for patrons who are directly supporting me in this channel. And I'm going to offer different levels of Patron access, because some of it is going to be very sensitive material in nature. And, I don't really want the trolls and stuff accessing that unless they're willing to pay for that information. Oh, we'll see how that works. Wish me luck. For those of you who have been supporting me on YouTube, I appreciate everything. This channel is still going to continue as it is. As you know, I had thought of stopping it, but I couldn't stop it after so many people reached out to me and told me, to go ahead and keep the channel going. And then looking at projections and stuff, I think if I can survive long enough, we may become a viable YouTube channel. But in the meantime, to survive, I think I'm going to have to try to generate more income. because I do need to have a reserve of funds available. Little Blue is acting up again. There is some issues with, I don't know if it's a CV joint or something. She's making noises when I step on the brakes and turn. It's not, it could be the brakes too. The visitor who came by to check out Little Blue 2's air conditioning system said that the brakes may need to be changed. So I may have to have that done or try to do it myself. But I think the CV joint or something up front that has to do with the wheels and turning and stuff like that has an issue now, because sometimes when I go to turn, it makes a click sound, you know, like it's going to break or something. I don't know. Kind of a scary sound. To me, it sounds like an expensive sound. So trying to get another vehicle is a priority right now. Trying to have backup money. I do have to spend money on washing clothes and doing all that stuff, because I may show you how to do hand washing of clothing and stuff, but honestly, because of my jobs and stuff, I do have to maintain a clean appearance, and that means paying money for laundry again, which I'll be doing. So you might see some of those episodes, although they're pretty boring. You're just washing clothes getting washed. But there are expenditures that I have to do, such as laundry and taking showers and stuff like that, and being really clean. So look forward to those. Look forward to some more van upgrade videos. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you are all staying safe. God bless you all. Please take care. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.